Would you believe me if I told you that one of the most successful creators of our time, CENAT'S, once lived in a homeless shelter?
Shelter, bro. He was in the shelter, bro. I don't tell nobody that. I still have shelter sheets in my crib in New York.
That's right. Before the flashy cars, the glittering jewelry, and his millions of subscribers, Kai was fighting for survival. His story isn't just one of hard work. It's a testament to resilience, risk-taking, and an unshakable belief in himself. Let's dive deep into how CENAT'S turned the odds in his favor and transformed his life. But before starting the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Kai's early life. A fight against the odds. Imagine growing up in an environment where every day feels like a battle. CENAT'S was raised by a single mother who struggled to provide for him and his 3 siblings. Their circumstances were dire, forcing them to move between homeless shelters to find a roof over their heads. "We couldn't afford a stable home," Kai once said. "We had to make do with what little we had."
We couldn't afford to have a good enough living environment to where we were all comfortable enough.
Despite the challenges, his family stayed close-knit, supporting each other through the toughest times. But life in the shelter wasn't just uncomfortable. It was a stark reminder that survival wasn't guaranteed. When things began to stabilize slightly, Kai enrolled at Frederick Douglass Academy. It was here that he found a spark of hope through creativity. Kai started experimenting with YouTube, but his early efforts were met with little success. "I was doing Q and As, reaction videos, whatever I could think of."
What's the first content you started doing on that YouTube channel?
Q&A, smash passes, reaction videos, I didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a fan.
Kai recalled, but nobody was watching. Even his high school principal wasn't a fan. She called his videos garbage, a memory that still fuels his drive.
My principal called my videos garbage though, because she found out I was doing it in school, and then she looked at my videos and called them trash. I will never forget that.
Yet, instead of letting negativity pull him down, Kai turned it into motivation. The turning point, from hustling to risk-taking. Do you know that moment when everything seems to click? For Kai, that came when he met Phantom, a fellow YouTuber who would become a lifelong friend and collaborator. Phantom introduced Kai to a circle of creators who shared his vision, including Agent 00, Duke Dennis, Chris Nextdoor, and Im Davis. Together, they formed AMP, a YouTube group that began to gain serious traction. But Kai knew collaboration alone wasn't enough. His hunger pushed him to take a leap of faith, dropping out of college to pursue content creation full-time. It wasn't an easy decision, Kai admitted. "I was scared. What if it didn't work out? But I also knew I'd regret it if I didn't give it everything I had."
Yes, I officially dropped out of college. The college videos is what made this channel, I'm not even gonna lie. But let me tell y'all something, man. When you know that something is holding you back from getting to the next level, it's like you just have to sacrifice that. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm going to miss college days. But I just came to a realization that it was actually holding me back in the long run. Off camera, it was just stressing me out. Homework, having things coming on that time when I had to focus on you guys. If I know that my dream could work, I'm going to put it before.
The gamble paid off. Kai's relentless work ethic, combined with his newfound network, began to bear fruit. He uploaded videos consistently, and with every post, his fan base grew larger, building a team and finding his groove. Here's the secret to Kai's meteoric rise. He didn't do it alone. Recognizing that he couldn't handle everything by himself, Kai began assembling a team to help him scale. First came Chris, his cameraman. During the pandemic, Chris responded to Kai's call for help and became an integral part of his operations.
I'm curious how you got to the point where you started working with Kai.
It was during quarantine. He posted, looking for a cameraman in New York. Swiped the up and I said, "Hey, I'm here." And he was like, "All right, pull up." And he sent me his address and I just pulled up. He explained the video and we literally just got to work.
With Chris on board, Kai was finally able to execute bigger and better ideas. Next, he hired a dedicated editor, CB Ryan, whose dynamic style revolutionized Kai's content.
Kai basically called me and said that he wanted me on standby to be his editor. He told me that he might need an editor to just be ready. So a week passes by and then he ends up calling me and gives me a video. I ended up doing the video for him. He liked how I did it and then decided to make me his official editor.
"Editing is like 60% of the hard work," Kai once said. "Having someone I could trust to handle it freed me up to focus on creating." The final piece of the puzzle was Kai Creative, a thumbnail designer whose work boosted Kai's click-through rate CTR exponentially. The difference between Kai's older thumbnails and Key's designs was night and day.
The kick sneakers? What else? Let me cook. Kente, why you can't just work your magic and just Photoshop?
Attracting millions of new viewers. The breakthrough, creativity, meets consistency. Do you remember the moment you realized someone had made it? For Kai, that moment came with his 30-day subathon. Streaming every day for a month, he showcased his unmatched stamina and creativity. From reenacting life in prison to immersing himself in gaming marathons, Kai kept his audience glued to their screens. But it wasn't just the big events that made Kai a star. It was his relentless drive to push boundaries. He introduced innovative ideas like his content wall, a physical whiteboard where he brainstormed groundbreaking concepts. Expanding horizons and global reach, success didn't stop at YouTube. Kai's ventures into international markets, including trips to Taiwan, Ghana, and Nigeria, helped him connect with audiences worldwide. His content became a cultural bridge, resonating with fans regardless of their backgrounds. As Kai's subscriber count surged, so did his earnings. With millions of views on each video and revenue streams from ads, sponsorships, and merchandise, he solidified his financial independence. Lessons from Kai's journey. What can we learn from CENAT'S story? Number 1, resilience is key. Despite growing up in shelters and facing constant setbacks, Kai never gave up on his dream. Number 2, take risks. Dropping out of college was a gamble, but Kai's belief in his potential outweighed his fear of failure. Number 3, build a team. Success isn't a solo endeavor. Surrounding yourself with talented people can elevate your work to new heights. Number 4, stay hungry. Even after achieving success, Kai's work ethic remains unparalleled. The future of CENAT. As of 2024, CENAT is a household name. From humble beginnings to global stardom, his journey is a beacon of hope for anyone who dares to dream big. But what's next for Kai? If his past is any indication, the sky's the limit. So, what do you think? Could you imagine yourself overcoming the odds the way CENAT did? His story is one of grit, determination, and unshakable faith in his dreams. What part of his journey inspired you the most? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more incredible stories and insights.